We have had several announcements during the show,
Yeah.
and you know, a lot of that's driven obviously by the interest that has come in the M2M space, particularly as the growth area within this market, and certainly the carriers have you know, really begun to wake up to the opportunity from a growth standpoint within it. Obviously, there's some challenges that there are within that space. I happen to be very active within the standards committees, particularly the TIA, TR50, M2M, smart devices, and in our collaboration with ETSI and some of the other standards committees around the world through the global standards collaboration. And it's, in fact, I think those standards that are required in order to overcome some of the issues that we have, particularly in M2M, because it's very different than a handset space. You know, you have large numbers of devices with very low ARPUs, and so you need to get a lot of automation, you need to get provisioning and things like that. There's no person behind the device, and so it ends up to be relatively complex. In addition to that, the taxing of the network becomes an issue. And so if you have an event and then all of a sudden everything decides it's going to all speak at the same time, you know, how do you control that and how do you do those sorts of things? So a lot of the conversations that we're having from a standard standpoint are in trying to establish methodologies and procedures around configuring those remote devices so that they wake up at certain times or they go to sleep at certain times, or you can control them at certain times, and be able to even out a lot of that, you know, and so it doesn't become a burden on the network and those kinds of things. The folks that are participating are from such diverse industries. You have the module manufacturers, the application service providers, you got the network service providers, and you have end users. You know, even Tyco is a member of the TIA standards organization that's doing the TR50 part, which is the smart devices.
Yeah, well, it's good, I guess, that everybody's wanting to get involved in it and get together at least, and you know, work on maybe kind of unifying some of those efforts at least. So that's a good
you know, and what I think people need to know is that we're working hard on it, and they may not realize that we're actually working on things like RESTful web services that interface between those network elements and the applications, and even protocols, you know, down on how the device actually communicates back. And if they are not part of the process, they're going to be left behind.
Yeah, interesting.